Pegperego. That's what we're talking about tonight. The Peg-Perego stroller system. This is going to be an exciting episode. Okay, so seriously, tonight I want to talk about strollers. We're on to stroller number 2. It's not so much that they've outgrown this system, it's our lifestyle has outgrown it. Roll, go lay down. Alright, so we're talking about the Peg-Perego system for car seats and strollers. Now, I absolutely love this stroller for 95% of what we did. This is the system that the babies came home in from the hospital, and they were both right at the 7-pound mark. This is the stroller that we got. We actually got all of this off Craigslist. We got the 2 car seats, the stroller, 2 toddler seats, so as the babies grew up, in theory, they grow out of this seat, they go to that seat in front. And it's a modular system, so there's actually 2 chairs. One goes in front, one goes back here. And for some reason it came with 5 bases. Not sure why 5. We needed 4. It was really nice because we put 2 bases in our Toyota Highlander and 2 bases in our truck. And that way it didn't matter which car we were going to take. It just worked. We didn't have to really deal with much. You can use these car seats without a base. It is possible to use just a shoulder strap or a belt strap, I believe. So just, if you're going to, no matter how you're going to attach them and install them, I'm not going to do a video on proper installation of them because I don't want to be responsible for that. Sorry, that's on you. You're going to have to read your manuals and figure out how to put these in safe and properly. But I will say this. Most cars have tiny little metal hooks buried in the very back of the seat cushion, and that's what these are for. So again, read your manual on how these work, but it's pretty much as simple as you clip these in and you cinch them down. So, and there's just little red release buttons on each one to release it. So this is the base for this car seat. It's pretty great because all you have to do is, once this is installed, it's literally, you just drop the car seat into the base. You line it up, and it's locked. So at this point, we're ready to drive away. And then to release it, when you get to your destination, there's a little latch right here on the back. So to release it, it's just you grab that. So I'm lifting up on that latch with my fingers, and the car seat comes straight up. Simple, 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 simple. Highly recommend whatever car seat you get has a base, and it just comes in and out that simple, that easily. Because when the babies are itty bitty, you drive around and put that baby to sleep. The last thing you want to do is wake that baby up just because you got home. So it's kind of nice to be able to just pick the car seat up and take them into Walmart, take them into the restaurant, take them into the house, and you don't have to pick the baby up. If the baby's asleep, with a little bit of practice and a little bit of skill, you can usually keep the baby asleep and transition into the house or transition into the restaurant. So very happy with the base and these car seats. So this purple lining, my wife found those off Etsy. So even if you do the Craigslist option, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just one's gray and black polka dots, the other one's just all black. So I was perfectly happy with it. The wife wanted to beautify it. Let's go with that. She wanted to make it pretty. So she found those off Etsy. Didn't spend a whole lot of money on them, but they're just little covers that slip on. The nice thing about them is whenever we did have accidents, it's another layer that we're able to pull off and wash. And sometimes you pull that purple layer off and the black layer was just fine. We've had a couple accidents where that was the case. So it's just kind of nice to have an extra barrier, an extra level of clothing to absorb it. Is it has a steering wheel. And when you're pushing something that's this long, and if you put a 7-pound baby way out there in front, you'd think 7 pounds out there, it should still be able to do that pretty easily. Back off, Rollo. But a 7-pound baby that far out with that kind of leverage, it gets pretty heavy. So to be able to just turn that steering wheel and make it go in a different direction, it's made it very convenient for Walmart and the grocery stores. And what's fun about it is you can have both babies facing forwards, you can have both babies facing backwards, or you could have the babies facing each other. When they're able to start kicking each other and their feet can actually reach, it's kind of fun to let them kick at each other. Now, if you already have a child, say you already have a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, they're out of the car seat, but then you're having a second kid, this system right here would be ideal for you. Because then you have your infant seat. Your infant can be in the car seat. So our babies lasted approximately 8 months in these car seats. And that was about the time that they really started outgrowing them. And we could have probably pushed it another month or two, but one of the issues I found was as I'd carry them in, their feet were now sticking out, 6-8 inches. So it got to the point where I was hitting their feet on doors or the car. So it was just time to... It was no longer appropriate for me to be carrying them in and out of the house in their car seats. Their car seats were nice when that's an option, but it quickly got to the point where that wasn't an option anymore. So let's talk about this. So this footrest, roll, go lay down. Down. Good boy. So the footrest does come up and it goes back down. And then it's got the sunshade on it. And it does lay down. So there's a little lever right here that can have the seat recline. It's got the 5-point harness in it, so it's going to keep your child safe and secure. It's going to keep them from doing any craziness that, kids do. So we actually never used these toddler seats. Now, the downside to this, and this is the reason why we didn't use these toddler seats, and we did opt for a different stroller, is roll it down. These wheels, they look like they're nice big wheels, and for the most part they are, considering how small some stroller wheels are. The problem is, anytime we go in grass other than our lawn, if we took it on a hiking trail or out in a hayfield, if the grass is much more than a couple inches tall, this stroller just bogs down and didn't work very well. So if you're not going off-road, if you're in a city or you're going to not take your babies out into the woods or out into the fields, this stroller will definitely work all the way through toddler years. Between the car seats and the toddler seats. And if you're in a situation where you have the combination of kids, I would imagine this would work out really well for you for a long time. This is a little bit more of an expensive system, but I have found that it was worth its weight in gold. I was very, very happy with this system. So to take this seat off, there's little levers under the armrests here. So again, these seats can both face forward, they both can face backwards, or they can face each other, depending on what you and your children want to do. And that works for the infant car seats and the toddler seats. So both babies are now, let's say, in the truck. All you have to do is lift up this little lever here, and then there's a foot lever right here on the side. So once you push those two, it collapses, and then it's got that nice little handle. It takes up some space in your car, but all strollers I think do. It takes up far less space than the stroller we got now, but the stroller we got now is designed for taking out into the woods. So to lock it up, you just flip this little lever right there and bring it back. And it's got a little cargo net underneath. It does have a mechanism up here on the steering wheel to lock the steering wheel. Now, once you have a child out there in front, I don't know why on earth you would want it locked, but it is now locked. So the steering wheel isn't doing anything. I never had it locked. I always use the steering wheel. And then it also has this little feature where this handle will flip up and down depending on your comfort, what you're wanting it to do. So it'll go all the way forward. You can drive it like this. Feel a NASCAR drive. Vroom, 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 vroom. But yeah. So it is the Peg-Perego. P-E-G-P-E-R-E-G-O. This is how I normally kept it. So, and then these handles come down just like most other car seats. And then this flips up. And this is supposed to stay down too. It has a little elastic band on it. So this works really well for going into Walmart. Another thing that I really liked, what the wife did with the set she bought on Etsy, is it came with the little head support. So if you have the newborn, if you're preparing for a newborn, you need something like this. What it's going to do is it's going to sit back in there and it's going to support that tiny little head from flopping around. Maybe I should put it over here. So this is surprisingly a big car seat when you realize how tiny a newborn is. So for that first several months, this is a must-have in any of your car seats. Now those shoulder straps that you can buy, the little cushion things, don't get those. Those are junk, they're crap. The nurses at the hospital where we were at actually told us not to use them. So they gave us a whole laundry list of reasons why not to use them. They're supposedly the worst things ever for newborn infants. So we didn't do shoulder straps, pads. So they're the little add-on Velcro pads that's supposed to protect their cheeks, and it's crap. You don't need them. The other nice thing that came with this set from Etsy is this little blanket hoodus thing. So how it works is it goes on the handle. And since our babies were born in the fall, they're born November, so you think right at the beginning of flu season. So what I like doing, and what the wife insisted we do, and it's good logic, is this is how we went through Walmart. If you just randomly see a baby in Walmart, do not just walk up to it and start petting on its head and its cheeks, and you don't know what kind of germs you might have. You don't know what kind of shots it has. You don't know what kind of immune system that baby has at that point, because most likely it has very little immune system. Most parents get really pissed off when you random people just come start petting their newborn infants. Now, I'm talking newborns. My 1-year-olds, my babies are 11 months old. I don't really care at this point in the game. But yes, when people started, and I've had this happen, people would actually lift this up and try to, ooh, and oh, let me play with your baby. Okay, one, the baby's probably asleep, so don't wake my baby up, because that pisses me off. And two, I don't know where you've been. I don't know what kind of germs your family has. You're probably perfectly fine. But I don't know that. And babies' immune systems, they're not the strongest right off the get-go. So please, stop touching other people's babies. It's gross. It's a bad habit. Yes, they're cute. Look at them from a distance. But now if the parent pulls the baby out for you, sure. If you ask, hey, do you mind if I actually peek inside? Great, wonderful. Let me as the parent decide if I want that or not. No. Stop petting people's babies. Alright, so I hope this video was helpful. I hope you might have gotten something out of it. Help decide, is this the system you want? Or maybe even just decided, okay, these are some of the features that you are going to be looking for when you go and buy whatever car seat and stroller system you have. Maybe you're only having one, and it's an only child, and you don't need a double setup. But yeah, this is the Peg-Perego stroller car seat, toddler seat system. And then we got, let's see, these are car seat canopy at www.carseatcanopy.com. So that's where the wife got the little covers and the inserts. It's definitely a system well worth looking into. So if you're getting ready to have a kid, or you're having your second kid and you already have a toddler at home, I would highly recommend you looking into this company and looking at their stuff. Alright, so I'm Ben with MD Triple Creek. I hope this was informative. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, leave a comment, click like, subscribe, ring a little notification bell. It does stuff, supposedly. That's what I'm told. I don't know. But, no, support this channel if you can. So I appreciate it. Good luck to you and your family.